Hi everyone, and welcome to session 4 of the Launch Your Mastermind Challenge. I'm coming to you with a bit of a different setup today, just ensuring that I can keep connected to you with everybody working from home. Internet is somewhat problematic, so I'm coming to you on my phone. I'm getting ready to dive into more juicy content as much as we can possibly do. Hi Kathy, great to have you here. Thanks for always showing up on my lives. I love that, and it's nice to see you here ready to dive in. We're going to talk about, I know it's your favorite topic and it's one of mine, and that's about lead generation, and more particularly what we can be doing to attract automated leads and sales, get traffic, which is what everybody of course is wanting, but more than ever taking advantage of the more eyeballs that are online right now and making sure that we can take that towards making our beautiful mastermind offer. Over the last 3 days, I've been showing up here to inspire you, to motivate you to get started with your own deep, high value offer that is a mastermind. Now, the difference between mastermind and one-off consulting or coaching or online courses is that we offer a deeper connection. We curate a community that is absolutely driven to a common goal. Like-minded souls coming together to achieve a common goal with your leadership, your guidance, and like I said, your curation. We overcome the need to be the best expert when we can bring about a mastermind, which is like the third mind that sits above your mind and your client's mind, right? We bring the group together to bring about uncommon results, right? So this isn't about everybody lowering their prices and saying, great, I've got an online course, I want to get passive income. Now more than ever, we need to be showing up to serve, and a mastermind is truly the best way to do that. I've been running mine, as I've said, over the last few sessions since 2013, so last 7 years, and being able to show up and customize my support for my clients in terms of their business growth, their client attraction online, their positioning, their packaging, their promotion. Traffic and conversion are my jam. If you haven't met me before, that is really what I'm all about. And that's why I'm so excited about today's session to be talking about lead generation, the proven things that have been working. Hi Diana, welcome again. Good to have you here. Have been working time and time again, but maybe you'll need to add some tweaks in with the current market that we're seeing. There's definitely a lot more opportunities as people retreat, but there's also some tweaks that need to happen too. So I'm going to show you some free and free no charge opportunities, as well as obviously some Facebook ad must knows for this time, and why you should be taking advantage of having that expansion right now, because they are definitely, the costs of Facebook ads are going down. I'm seeing that pretty much across the board, but if you just run what you're running before, that doesn't necessarily seem to be working, okay? It has for some of my clients, but some we're seeing we need to tweak, okay? So as I've shared before about creating a mastermind since 2013, I have been running Facebook advertising for myself and my clients since I first learned it at the beginning of 2011. So a long time in the trenches, uncovering what does and doesn't work for Facebook ads. Yes, it changes often. Yes, it can be a frustrating platform. Yes, there's a lot more approval things to think about. And in fact, for the first time since 2011, my ad account got shut down about 2 weeks ago. That had never happened to me before. And I was like, what is going on? Now I'd helped others kind of climb their way out of that. So luckily I was able to set up and get going again. But that can be something that's happening, especially with a lot more automated approvals happening with not as many people in the office at Facebook, not as many manual reviews, okay? There can also be some delays to approval. I haven't seen that to be a massive issue right now, but really getting your mastermind offer and the things that we've recapped from session 1, building your mastermind foundation, why it's more important now than ever to come up with a high value offer that actually gets results and makes a difference. People aren't looking for froth and bubble right now. They're looking for things that will get them over their problems, okay, and their big problems. And talking about problems, the second session, all of these sessions are in the unit section, by the way. The second session is all about pinpointing your message, okay, your mastermind message. Without that, you will see your outreach fail time and time again. So it's creating that beautiful message to market that comes together. We deep dive into that in session 2 in the unit section, okay, about getting really, really specific with your message. And then yesterday we talked session 3 all about pricing. Now that's something that has become even more relevant. It's always a very popular topic, but it's become even more relevant in these times where people might be thinking that the logical thing is to back off from making offers or price them lower. There's nothing wrong with creating some other access points or lower price access points to get to your mastermind offer. I'm not averse to doing that. But if you just rely on lower priced offers and you do not have access to a lot of traffic that can convert those at a return, then that is going to be the wrong move for you. Okay, so Kathy, you've been seeing the ad account shutdowns as well, so I'm just reading your comment there. 3 weeks. It does take a while of seeking the reviews to get them to come back, and they're really just not committed to helping you at all. Facebook are not, some people say to me, oh, well, I've been contacted by Facebook, they have a rep and they're going to help me. Like once I found one good rep, she left to go to an ad agency. She was based in Singapore from Facebook. The rest of them give the wrong advice because Facebook cannot attract and retain the right kind of talent in the advertising department, because as soon as their people know how to run great Facebook ads, they will be off running them for themselves or clients or working for an agency, because Facebook do not pay a ton of money. They can't retain those people, okay? So yes, you can get a Facebook rep. Yes, you can work your way through this and trial and error. But I'd be suggesting if you are investing in paid Facebook opportunities right now, you might not want to be leaving that to chance. I help all my clients in my mastermind set up their own ads and run them continuously. And in fact, at the end of this, I've got a special offer around that. But what I want to make sure is that you're aware of your opportunities, you're taking advantage of them, because Facebook is still the best, if not better than ever right now, because all eyeballs are focused on here. I mean, I've even seen, I guess, Twitter is a bit of a different audience, right? It's not something that I've, ever considered myself an expert in, but given, the news and eyeballs there, it's a bit of a different market, but even that platform, I'm sure, has seen a massive resurgence. But what we're seeing is that Facebook, more than ever, we're getting a lot more attention out there, okay? Yes, there's big things going on in the world. Yes, people are distracted. They may be feeling somewhat overwhelmed, sad, unsure about what's going on. So what they're looking is to ground in with connection, with confidence, to move forward, because life doesn't just stop. Even if they want to pause for a while, it's not going to stop. There's going to continue to be opportunities now through this and as we move out of this, okay? So it's important to be knowing that now we have more time than ever. I just saw New South Wales in Australia, one of the states in Australia, has mandated that lockdown will happen till June the 29th. So that's 3 months. So I imagine the rest of Australia will follow. That is the hardest hit state in Australia. But for us down here, I imagine that we're locked down for at least 3 months. And we need to plan for that, right? We're locked down for 3 months. What does that mean? It means your market is locked down for 3 months, generally in most parts of the world, okay? So that also means people are going to be searching for more connection. They're going to be looking to work on their problems, to find those pockets of space, time, hope, inspiration, transformation, okay? And that's what I know that you guys all do. You help people, businesses, groups companies, whatever it is, transform. And I want to help you do that more now, more than ever. Okay, so that's what we're dealing with in this landscape. That it's going to be for some time. So we need to make sure that we can shore up our income over that time, but we can also provide great value. And a mastermind is such a beautiful way to do it. Imagine it's the light in people's week, right? Oh my God, I get to come and connect with others. It's virtually, we can't smell, taste, touch, or anything like that, but we can really feel like we're grounded and we're connected. And that is such a beautiful thing right now. And I know that it is something that is it's my highlight. I'm in 3 other programs. I don't even have time to get into all the calls and stuff because I'm running my mastermind and I'm showing up and serving my clients too. So I'm balancing each. But at the moment, I definitely haven't had time to binge on Netflix as much as I'd like, because I want to make sure that I am mastering this current environment for my clients and for myself. One of my clients in my mastermind just said she got 4 sales yesterday. That's a $500 US offer. Another one of my clients got a $997 Aussie offer and a $5,000 offer on Friday sold. Okay, so it's not like people aren't buying. And so jumping straight into, particularly, hi Disha, hopefully you got your power back on. And I was really sorry to see your post about your uncle as well. Heart goes out to you with that. In terms of, yes, the offer's still coming out. They can still happen, but like I was saying, don't jump to conclusions, right? Like, I think there's a lot of fear, uncertainty, and panic out there. That goes without saying, but there's a lot of people who want to kind of jump to conclusions without testing. That, okay, great, you'll have no money, everything, shut it down, pause it, can't make offers, it's in poor taste, all of that kind of stuff. It's not in poor taste to serve. Okay, it's not in poor taste to step up and take charge of your own certainty and confidence throughout this by serving. I'm not suggesting that you hammer offers time and time again to people and just be all about making a sale. It's about showing up and serving and connecting, curating a group of like-minded individuals, all with a common goal to come together. That is different to saying, hey, in this time here, buy my online course, and you'll be left to your own devices to watch 1,000 videos that really you probably can't be bothered watching. Okay, I know, even with my daughter, right, I bought her this, she's in her final year of high school, poor thing, this year, it's obviously going to be impacted. And I went to Audi because I'm mad for Audi. I don't know who else is mad for Audi. And look, Audi is your outing. That's my only outing at the moment, to go to Audi, right? Even now, I'm still considering whether I even want to go to supermarkets. But I love the special buys. Who does not love the special buys in the middle of the aisle, the middle of the supermarket? I go in there and just see and buy things that I don't need. And one of those was for her. She studies French in her year 12. So there were all these 25 CDs of conversational French. And I was like, brilliant. I mean, we had to go and dig up my old Mac plug-in DVD CD player for her MacBook. But because I was like, oh, hang on, they're on disc. That's weird. But I've said to her, oh, Ava, look, there's all these, beautiful conversational lessons. You can be doing that now while you're at home. Like, you really want to work on your French, blah, blah, blah. Do you think she's opened that? No, because does that seem appealing, to open 10 CDs and listen to them? Not really. But when you can get on and do a class and see someone on the other end and practice your French and, do exercises and homework and interact and be part of a group that's all on that same journey, that is so much more compelling than just listening. So that's what I mean about online courses. Sometimes they just kind of jump in, give you 6 weeks of a Facebook group, you're a faceless name in there, and you don't really feel like you're getting the person who's creating the online course is committed to your transformation. I want to make sure you're showing up as leaders who are committed to the transformation, right? And even if you're starting from scratch, there's ways to utilize the beautiful platform of Facebook. And now more than ever, there's more attention and eyeballs on there. A lot of people are retreating and not putting out their offers because they're buying into that stuff that you can't make an offer. Well, what? You can't serve, you can't show up, you can't give great value. I don't think that makes sense to me, and I'm sure it doesn't for you. So I'm glad to have you here too, Disha. It's great to have you here, and I'm glad you're getting some benefit out of it, that's for sure. So as I said from yesterday, we talked about the pricing. I had a thread in there for you to pop your pricing down. I'll go back in there and then announce the winner of the Chillpreneur book as well from my beautiful friend Denise. She is an absolute treasure, that one. Grateful to her for that as well. And yeah, so definitely in terms of your pricing, I want to see how you land in terms of seeing your value, seeing those tangible things you provide, and really getting clear on the cost of your clients not investing with you. One of my clients, Georgia, I was speaking about her in one of the other sessions. She's going to her invitation in her offer. And, I was saying, well, what's important to look at in terms of people investing right now for her clients. They're clients who've had weight loss surgery and are just finding that they're, gaining weight after weight loss surgery. And I said, well, now more than ever, they've got to protect their investment of having invested 10 grand plus on weight loss surgery. What's the cost of them not working with her is that 10 grand is wasted because they put all their weight back on, right? They work out hacks around their weight loss surgery and stack back on all the weight they lost, right? That's not a financial cost. Well, I guess it's putting it in some financial terms of what they've invested and that they'll lose, but it's not just a financial cost. When we looked at going through the results and across all the different areas, that's an offer that spans all those areas. So the more areas you can cover in your offer, the more value you can create, the higher level of investment means the higher level of commitment that your client will have to your program. Because how easy is it just to drop $47 or $97 and go, oh shit, I didn't get around to finishing that. Oh well, it doesn't matter, just write it off, okay? The thing is, most people think they're going to get the result when they buy the program. Just from buying it makes them feel like they've accomplished. But when, in 3 months' time, they realize they're still in the same position, it's just not going to fly. They're going to go, okay, well, I bought that, and why am I going to want to listen to that person again? Because I didn't get results. They didn't get results because they weren't committed. You didn't create a big enough space to provide transformation for them. So it's about being committed on both sides to that transformation, not how can we make a quick buck online. So serving is about showing up and having that commitment and inspiration for your clients. It's not necessarily about creating a cheap offer that you can't commit to, and in your heart of hearts you cannot really deliver on, right? So if you are going to go cheaper, then go smaller with the promise. Go quicker with the outcome, making sure that the promise is aligned with the delivery. It's not just all about getting the sale and then forgetting about it, okay? We want to make sure that we are showing up for our people, that we are creating real and valuable change. And that's what a mastermind is about, absolutely. Okay, so if we now want to talk about generating automated leads and sales, that's why I had this before and I forgot what I was holding it for, in the workbook, going through that, you need traffic and conversion to generate income. You need to be making offers, okay? So a conversion event is about making an offer. So if over, even like I just said, 3 months of lockdown, let's assume that's happening because that's what's just been mandated in New South Wales in Australia. They're probably the first place I've seen that have put an actual date, June the 29th. They've said you are locked down till June the 29th. Right? So let's assume that's probably going to happen elsewhere. So even if we said over the next 3 months, how many conversion events have you got planned? This is what I would call, showing up, giving value, creating an offer. It is like doing a live launch in here is a conversion event, right? There's still heaps of value. It's no charge. You don't have to buy if you don't want to, but I'm opening the door to you joining a program and having that support over the next 12 months, right? So that's fine. So for me, okay, I've got this one in, but I also like to have opportunities for people to buy all the time. I have an evergreen offer that people can join at any time, but I provide different bonuses to encourage people to join and jump in at the time, okay? And I'll give you one of those later today as well. But I encourage you to do the same. Over the next 3 months, how many offers or conversion events have you got scheduled in? Have you got a way to share what it is you do and create that opportunity for exchange of people to invest in what you offer right now, or are you still working on it? Okay, that's the difference. We want the rubber to meet the road, and I want you to have a way for people to understand the value the value that you create, the transformation that you can ensure for them to overcome their big problem. I want all of that to be ready, and that may be what is keeping in the way of people choosing you. In that you may have this offer. I've had plenty of clients that have an offer and a sales page. Well, if you're not getting traffic to your sales page, then no one's seeing it. If your sales page doesn't convert and your message to market is wrong, it's going to be doing stuff all to get you clients, okay? And that means it's doing stuff all to serve people and make a difference. So you're sitting there just questioning your whole worth and value when really it's just a matter of traffic and conversion, okay? We need to get eyeballs on what it is we do. We need to get you out there offering value, connecting, being seen, right? This isn't a time for you to be endlessly polishing all your offers. Yes, you've got to have the strategy behind it, and good Kathy, I love that, end of April, I'm here to help you do that. So, excuse me. So I want to make sure that you have more than just a sales page, because even if we go on sales page metrics right now, great, okay, you might be thinking, well, I've got my offer and I've got my sales page. Even if your sales page converts at 2%, which is of all visitors into a sale, that's great. But say you've got a $47 or a $97 offer and you're converting 2% of traffic and you're paying for that traffic because you don't have a list or you're not tapped into an audience, then you're going to find out that it's going to cost that amount of the sale that you're looking for to get a buyer. So you're just basically, one step forward, one step back, one step forward, one step back, right? And if your ads go AWOL and you're not sure how to dial that in, then you might be one step forward, two steps back. So it's actually costing you money to not sell anything. That is craziness. It's absolutely crazy making as well. And it will make you judge your fear, your value, your worth, and what it is your expertise. You'll be like, well, I don't really know anything. And all the time you're looking at your competition, wondering what they're doing and going, but it looks like they're selling. Right? And it's just, you just go in the spiral because you've got no confidence. Then your visibility just totally disappears and nobody knows you're there. You're not sending emails. You're not showing up. You're not serving. So guess what's going to happen, especially over the next 3 months of lockdown? You're going to probably just be going to your pantry a whole lot more. I'm already going to my pantry a lot, and I'm not even sitting there without clients or offers or moving forward, right? So imagine without any of that keeping you on track, motivated, inspired, and grounded in your experience, you're going to be going to that pantry a lot. Some people, that's not their thing. I get it. It may not be an issue for you, but definitely one that I have to watch. So I want to show you a few clear opportunities so that you can't say to me, but Victoria, I don't have any money to spend right now. Victoria, my husband just got laid off. Well, now more than ever, it is your role to step up and create conversion events, create strategy. Don't shrink back from fear. Move forward. I will give you as many no-charge opportunities for you to get your offer out there as possible. And even if you don't work with me to really dial that in and fast track that process, you can go and do these without even investing with me or investing in Facebook ads, okay? The Facebook ads ones, obviously you're going to have to invest in, but I'm going to give you a couple of others that you can do without investing in Facebook ads, right? So no charge. You got time, you've got internet, you've got value to share. Now's the time to start sharing it and showing up, okay? So can I get some emojis? Let me know that that is making sense for you, that you are here for that, and I definitely want to share. Because look, what used to work isn't working anymore in terms of creating an online course, setting up passive income with just putting all these videos online and hey, buy my stuff. That doesn't work anymore. What works is your personal brand. You're stepping up to give value. You're positioning yourself to solve a problem. Okay, thanks for that. So, but that doesn't have to mean that doesn't just mean you have to rely on Facebook ads alone, that you have to pay to play. Yes, Facebook reward you for pay to play, okay? They want to make sure that businesses are paying, they'll get better results, okay? But that doesn't mean you can't work with what Facebook rewards you for even when you're not paying. Okay, thanks for all those emojis I can see in there. Thanks for that, guys. So it's time to start sharing more value beyond beyond just Facebook ads. Okay, it's time to start building your community, building your opportunity conversion events on Facebook, right? And there's no better way to start doing that than, rather than just willy-nilly posting on your Facebook page or on your personal profile. That's not going to do it. You want to start even giving an insight into how you curate your paid communities by curating a beautiful free community. So I suggest getting your own Facebook group. It's a free Facebook group. All you have to do is, even on your desktop or your laptop, jump in to the left and create a group and start your own Facebook group. Much like this Connect and Convert. It's free, right? I'm providing you opportunities to see how I can help you move forward and see how you can move forward even in some of the no charge things like this workshop that I'm giving you, right? Yes, there's an opportunity to go deeper and I can make that invitation. And if it's right for some people, that's great. And if it's not, that's fine too. We've still got lots of value created in here, a lot of connection. And to tell you the truth as well, for me, it's so important to be able to tap in and provide that connection. Yes, good, Kathy, you've got that group, but more than just having the group, now you've got to be showing up in the group. How are you going to be showing up in the group? I want you to be doing Facebook Lives. This is a live right now. You're listening in. You can start learning on that. I can teach, I can share things with you. Now, you don't have to be making offers on all of those. I just want you to get in the habit of consistently showing up live to share your value, share that message so that people get used to that consistency. They get used to understanding what it is you do and how you can serve them. Okay, so does that make sense? So we've got a number one opportunity is Facebook Live, okay? The number two opportunity is Facebook groups. Number three opportunity is webinars. Now, they're my jam. They're my favorite, having a webinar, okay? Especially, hi Rivers, how are you? Especially automated webinars where you can kind of set and forget them. But ideally, bringing in all three together. So we've got Facebook Lives, whether it be on your business page or start your group, Facebook groups, and then webinars. When you have all three of those and you are combining them with building a list and sending out actual content to your list every week, when we've got all of those things, and then I would add the extra layer of the Facebook ads to power all of those up. So you can just do all of those: email, Facebook groups, Facebook Lives, and webinars without Facebook ads. You can rely on organic traffic and so that can be a whole no charge strategy for you, no paid strategy, I should say, leading to your offer. Or you can supercharge those with Facebook ads. So you can start creating your own list with ads. You can start establishing your value and creating that credibility and authority with those things. Now you're probably like, oh, I don't know where to get started. If you're not started at all, I would just start with creating your Facebook group and going from there. Webinars, as you start to hone your message, understand when you're sharing in Facebook Lives, understand what's getting the traction, what topics people are really engaging with and interacting. Then you can start moving to your webinar, or you can come out straight out of the gate with webinars. So I have a lot of clients who join me straight away in the mastermind, and we get their webinar set up. Okay, so I give you a framework, a template to follow, but I'll also give you titles. I'll edit it. I give you presentation templates. You can drop it in and get ready to go. I also set up all your ads, targeting, everything. So there's that real done with you element in Mastermind Success Secrets that helps people get the success they need. There's so many moving pieces to this online world. It is a beautiful opportunity, but a lot of people stay in consumption mode rather than conversion mode because there's so many different parts and pieces. You can get really, really overwhelmed. And that's why my mastermind helps you get through that. We stay focused on one area. I give you a bespoke strategy to work on, and you've got the accountability of showing up each and every week or in the group and asking questions so that you can't drop the ball on that. So Facebook Lives are the best free lead generation tool, especially doing those in Facebook groups as well, and particularly creating even more special events where you do several in a row, like I've been doing more of a workshop series this week. You don't have to start straight out of the gate doing that. Just showing up live, posting a variety of different content can work quite well. So with your Facebook Live in your group or on your page, the reason I do love these, doing these Facebook opportunities opportunities that don't cost you anything is that you work on the juice that Facebook creates for you. Facebook reward content creators, okay? So they will work with you. So, people saying, oh, yes, it used to be that you post in your Facebook page, and I used to have clients that had 100,000 members of their Facebook page, not a group, and they'd get all of those posts delivered. It was such a beautiful almost free, it was a free marketing tool, and they were making sales off the back of it. Once real estate started to get really competitive, and I mean by real estate, the newsfeed, once Facebook have said, well, we're getting a lot of people who are paying to play, we want to free up that space for them. The space and the opportunity for people creating content just on their Facebook page diminished, and now it's virtually nothing. You might get a little bit of traction if you do a bit of a share or a video that's not promoting any of your stuff, like it might be quotes or some crazy cat video or whatever. You might get some great opportunity there. Other than that, it's not a huge driver for your business. That's why I'm suggesting to shift to a Facebook group, because Facebook are prioritizing groups in the newsfeed. They want to protect the integrity of the newsfeed. They want the user experience to be one of, like, they're not bombarded by ads and promo messages. They want their users interacting and enjoying their newsfeed, because then they know they've got eyeballs, they've got attention, and then they can sell that to advertisers to tap into, okay? So their priority is always user experience. So just because you even advertise doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get it to the right people, because they will make sure that they monitor that so the newsfeed is protected. But they love groups because they know that people love groups. People, very much for the same reason as having a mastermind, and why I recommend having a mastermind, where you can be connected in an intimate group. Now, I'm even part of some other groups that, say, that's fine, I've got this strategy, come in, we've got coaches. You never get access to the person who started the group. There's still so many people in it, you're not quite sure what to do, it's all overwhelming. I am a big fan of starting a boutique group, right? Like really being able to see, hear, witness, guide your members through. That's the key difference that I have. I normally have, no more than 20 in the group, so we can make sure that we're moving forward, that I can give you specific help, that I can get your ad campaign set up, that I can give you copy for your landing page, that I can help you with any tech dramas, right? So it's hands-on, but it's boutique, so that you feel like you're closely held, rather than just like you want to go and hide behind something, hide behind everyone else's posts and you're not quite sure where you fit in it, okay? And I want you to create those opportunities for your clients. And the first opening of the door to that is creating your own free Facebook group. Now, filling that can be a little more difficult without ads, but it's still possible. You can still be, connecting with people on social media and inviting them into the group. I find the easiest way to do is to do some lives or some workshop series much like this, where we get people to sign up, and on the thank you page we invite them into the group, because that's where the training's going to take place. So those things can cost you nothing. If you've already got an email list, you can start doing one of those workshops to your existing list. Invite people in other groups or connections, people who like or follow you on Instagram or Facebook. You can be inviting them into the group. And even if you've only got a handful of people, just get started, just get used to it. None of it has to be perfect, okay? So as I said, with the doing the Facebook Lives and doing them in your group or on your page, I suggest the framework of like a nice quick video that can be consumed and you've got a great takeaway. Around 3 minutes is good. And that can be what, why, lesson, apply is the framework. I've got that in your workbook there. What are you going to talk about? Why does it matter? What's the lesson or the takeaway that they can get from your share, from your insights, from your strategy, okay? And then apply. How can they apply that now? How can they take action, whether it be applying what you've shared or taking action to register for something of yours, whether it be a workshop series, whether it be apply for a call, whether it be watch your webinar. Okay, what, why, lesson, apply. That gives you structure to your content. You don't want to be doing a video all the time, just straight off videos all the time that go to, hey, I've got this thing, come and opt in for it. You can offer that at the end, but you want to create results in advance. You want to give value. You want to create friction-free ways for people to experience what it is you do and get some value out of it, because the more and more, it's like the principles like Cialdini's book, is it Persuasion or whatever, where, you know, it's the principles of those that move people from cold to converted. And one of those is reciprocity. So the more results in advance you give, the more you're going to get them coming back. Now, that doesn't mean you fall into the trap of over delivering and sharing everything, because not from a stingy point of view, but from, there's a balance to motivating people or overwhelming them. Okay. And particularly with this topic of lead generation, it can be really overwhelming. I've probably already given you two concepts too many, right? But I want to share with you some that can be no charge and others that we can go deeper. Now, when we talk webinars are the ultimate conversion tool, and they've never been more important than right now. You cannot do in-person networking, workshops, events. I love retreats and workshops. They've always been part of what I can do. You can't do those right now. So one of my clients, Maria, she had based her whole certification Mastermind around doing live workshops, because it really demonstrated what it was that she shared, which is helping women lead women's circles and sharing them how to be certified and as facilitators in that, right? So now we're moving to more webinars, more live workshops in the Facebook group to take people through that same process that she was taking them in person. A webinar is vital for this. This is a way for you to establish your credibility and authority, create a connection, give results in advance, share why your system is different, and why, when you take them through step by step, which is something I take you through in Mastermind Success Secrets, how to map out your success blueprint, right? We're going to make sure that you've got that messaging. Most people have no idea where to get started on that, and they will fall down time and time again. So we want to make sure that messaging is there. And when we have that messaging, I've also got the framework to share with you how to create your webinar. And once you've got it converting, guess what? We put that stuff on autopilot. We run Facebook ads to your webinar to a call, right? So one of my other mastermind clients had just did that in a week and spending $20 a day on Facebook ads and got a call within 3 days, right? So it's like, then we start to optimize, tweak. None of it, it's not all just set and forget here. But once we have a powerful presentation that is your webinar, you can be using that time and time again on automation, which is such good news, because you know, doing a live webinar a week would be great, but we also want to have time to do other things, right? We've got to serve our clients, show up consistently with our marketing, but having the webinar is an absolute power conversion strategy, and that's something that I really share with my clients and want them to succeed with it. Okay, so what do you need to win for a webinar? Results in advance, if you're looking at your workbook, success blueprint, so that signature system, the repeatable steps that you help people through your framework to get to the promise. Okay, that is actually very hard to create on your own. Once you have it though, you can be using it for a webinar, you can be using it to write a book. Okay, if that's your book is going to be your calling card to bring people. It's your approach, it's the way you ensure success and the reason why your clients will be drawn to you. Okay, so give value first. It's not about a big pitch fest. Most people will just sort of roll their eyes and groan at webinars because they think it's all about a pitch fest. It's not. It is about demonstrating value, giving them results in advance, giving them takeaways, but setting it up so that they're drawn to go deeper with you, so that they've got that desire. You've got to have that desire in your prospects to convert them into clients, okay? Doesn't mean you can't give them value up front. Doesn't mean they still couldn't walk away if they didn't buy and be really happy with what the experience that they've just had. That's my aim. This isn't about, hey, I'm going to bait and switch, right? There's no bait and switch. There is value up front. If you want to go deeper, this is how you do it, and an offer is there. What often happens in webinars, and who here perhaps has done this before if you've tried one, you put one out and you're just giving that value. When it comes a time to invite them to the next step, you rush through that and make it like just so fast because you're like, oh, I don't even want to, invite people to go further with me. And then what happens is you've got this self-fulfilling prophecy that nobody buys or nobody takes that next step. And guess what? Your fears become a reality because you set it up that way. Okay. So the best part about the webinars that I share, especially going to a mastermind, is that there's nothing for sale on the webinar. Even if they want to buy something, they can't, because the next step is to get on a call, more connection, more filtering, more understanding your market, more research for you even if they don't buy, as to what they need and what your market needs and who you want to serve, right? So that you don't even need to worry about feeling salesy on a webinar because you ain't selling anything, right? So imagine if you could let go of all the fear and stress around that. I show you how to do that in my program. So yeah, live launch as well. You can create lasting connections. This is an example of a live launch, having your free workshop series within your group, showing up and sharing your signature system or pillars of the result that, or promise that you want to get people to. There is an art to doing that. It's not just a matter of chucking in a whole ton of content, because people have to come back through the replays. You have to connect them all in, much like this. There's still 3 sessions that have gone on before. We're still doing another session tomorrow. Okay, so we need to make sure that people understand how it is we're doing. Okay, so like I said, all of those things, whether you're doing a webinar, whether you're doing a live launch, you could be doing that to your existing list and social media following, messaging and tagging to get people involved and in at a no charge opportunity. My advice is to start using Facebook ads. Most people are totally blocked at that. And a lot of people have hired consultants before to help them do that and found that that's fallen on its head. The reason it's fallen on their head is because you haven't got your offer straight, you haven't got your message to market straight, or you've used someone who's cheap who doesn't know what they're doing. Okay, so within my Mastermind Success Secrets program, I make sure that we have got all of those elements in place, and then I'll do your ads for you, right? So what I wanted to share about my Mastermind Success Secrets at the moment, I was thinking, how can I sweeten the pot for you to move forward, to work with me over the next year to create amazing lead generation and messaging opportunities. And normally I offer to get your ads set up. I set your ads up in the beginning and try and get you working within them. Now I want to say, over that 12 months, I will run your ad campaigns for you as well. Okay, so that means if you were going to go out and say, well, I just need ads right now, and then look to get that get somebody to do that for you, you can rarely get that for under $1,000, $2,000 a month. To join my program is only $750 a month, and that means you get strategy, you get support, 24/7 access with me, weekly Facebook, not Facebook, there is the Facebook group. You get all the online curriculum of the program, of all those modules to move you forward, to get your marketing message, to create your brand blueprint. That work, even I underestimated how powerful creating your own brand blueprint was, and how much that has just created amazing insight and certainty for people within Mastermind Success Secrets. Okay, so we get your brand blueprint right. We make sure you've got your niche, can't even say it now, niche or niche, your marketing message. Then we move to that signature system, your repeatable success formula. You'll have that crafted so that it makes all your marketing so much easier. We then go to pricing and packaging. You're working with me together to make sure that we are grounded in value, that we know how it is we're showing up and creating the delivery of your mastermind, how long it will be, what you will charge, what you will deliver, who it's right for, who it's not, and how to get that out in the market. Then how to create your beautiful conversion events, whether it's things like live launches or webinars. There's so much dimension here, right? So sure, you could pay someone to go and help you with your ads, or you could battle through on your own and lose your budget because you don't know how to do them. That is going to be a critical success metric for you. It's like make or break, really, how making your ads work for you. Okay, so I want to make sure that you can do that, because look, ads, as I said, trotting out the ads that you had before may not work. What I'm seeing as well is that if people aren't as clear about where to find the pockets of their ideal audience, I'm just getting rid of a message on top there, pockets of their ideal audience on Facebook. They don't know where to get those. I will know exactly where to get your people. I'll put the targets in. I'll write the ad copy. I will share that with you, making sure, like, I'm still taking you along that journey so you know how to do. I love teaching people how to fish for themselves as well, but I will do that because I know it's a real barrier to people moving forward. Okay, so I want to make sure the other thing is tweaking some of your copy, so you're not ignoring, if it's relevant, you're not ignoring what's going on. Some of my clients don't need to do that because they've got a beautiful offer that is kind of a bit more of an escapist offer. They're learning a new skill or they're indulging in a new passion. It's not about the fact that they've had their business or life totally turned around from the pandemic. But if you are creating an offer around, personal development, spiritual growth, or business growth during this time, it might be worth, mentioning the environment and how your solution addresses or overcomes some of those challenges. Okay, and there's a way to be really managing that within your ads. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. And I want to make sure that I recap here with, exactly what you need to win. I think I have talked about that. Results in advance, success blueprint, offering value first. A lot of this is just about confidence and certainty and having someone in your corner and for you to know what to share so that you can provide that for your clients too. And that's why, I'm always investing in my coaching and in other programs so I can learn more and share more, but also have a place to be up-leveling all the time because it's easy to get demoralized and be trotting out the same things, but the market's changing faster than ever before and you need help in this. So if that's something that you want help with and you want to have just a chat further about how that could work for you, you can go to victoriagibson.com/call and have a call with me. We can step that through and I can illuminate some of those elements for you. If you want to see how working together in the Mastermind Success Secrets program could work for you too, just go to victoriagibson.com/program. I'll put both of those links in under this video so you get a chance to see that, or it's on this page as well. And you can really have that opportunity to be held, supported. It's all very much those problems and road or challenges, or speed bumps, I think, roadblocks, I guess they're called. I couldn't think of the word. We iron those out, okay? I iron those out. We work together personally to do that. So I hope that that's given you some insight into the lead generation. I will post the homework thread here as well. You're getting a chance to win a free book if you, I want you to choose that one of those opportunities, whether you're going to go Facebook Lives, Facebook groups, or webinars. What are you going to do? Come and post it in the group. That's all you have to do to win that book by Denise, or just start asking questions if you're not sure which one's right for you. Post here in this thread, we can brainstorm in here. You can book a call with me and we can go over that as well. There's no obligation for you to join if you book a call. It's just a matter of mapping out what could be the next step for you, particularly to anchor into what's going on. Hi Adele, nice to see you here. Hope you're going well, my love. And yeah, so basically lock in, do your homework. Go through this workbook. You'll have this to take away, even if now isn't a time that you want to invest to move forward. That's totally fine. We've still got another session. We've got some more sessions coming up as well that are going to really dive in and give you some actionable things to be focusing on while we've got all this time at home. Like I said, we've got at least 3 months of this, so let's make it count. Let's show up, let's connect and convert, let's serve, okay? But don't let go of making your offers. Don't stay in consumption, let's get in conversion. All of those elements I'm here to help you with. So take advantage, and I can't wait to hear what steps you'll take next. All right, guys, take care. Bye.